Queen City News anchor Derek Dellinger is live in Uptown with their story tonight. And Derek, you spoke with one of the men responsible for actually bringing Jason Meyers to Charlotte. And how is he coping tonight?
Well, you can tell he's still trying to process everything, and quite frankly, so are a lot of other people. The man you're about to hear from is a very familiar face to Charlotte television viewers, and he wanted to sit down with us and tell us about Jason and what a great man he was.
On Eric Thomas's coffee table, there are a trove of memories. When he retired from WBTV as chief meteorologist last year, he got this book, a book with a couple of pictures that, especially right now, have a deeper meaning because of who he is pictured with, Jason Meyers.
I'm still hearing from a lot of people, and I'm still in contact with Jillian, his wife, and the pain is just, it's still very raw right now.
Since Tuesday's crash, we've heard from so many about Meyers, people who worked with him at other television stations, people in the community, some of our own colleagues. They all say the same thing. He was a great guy. Thomas tells us they were not just platitudes. Meyers was a real deal.
Jason was a unique man among men, period. He cared about everybody on every level, whether it was walking down the hall and literally stopping and asking people how they were doing, not just passing by saying, hey, how are you? You could feel it. He really cared about everybody.
Thomas helped bring Meyers here 3 years ago. Back home, Meyers was from Salisbury and lived all over the Charlotte area growing up.
He gave up the prestige of being a chief meteorologist in Lexington, Kentucky, in order to come to Charlotte, North Carolina, WBTV, as a weekend meteorologist. And that just says it all, really right there, how badly he wanted to come back home to the Carolinas and serve these people here that were his people.
And he loved being back home. When Thomas retired back in December, in that book was also a letter from Meyers. Thomas had not had the chance to reread that note up until we asked him about it, and he read it to us.
In addition to being an amazing coworker, you have been a true friend and have aspects of an older brother I admire, an uncle who makes me laugh, and a dad whom I respect. I would not be the person I am today without you in my life.
And in this business, there is that sense of competition, but there is also a great sense of camaraderie and friendship, and sometimes even more than friendship. As Jason Meyers mentioned in that letter to Eric Thomas, considered him family. Right now, that family is in mourning. Live in Uptown, Derek Dellinger, Queen City News.
Yeah, well said, Derek. And certainly all of our hearts are going out to the WBTV family tonight. A very tough time for many, and thank you for sharing that story.